So, in today's episode, let's do part 2 of the post that we are reading from Incense in the Winds, the blog. And before we go ahead with the 10 more incense brands, I just want you to know there's this beautiful line that he has written below the name of the blog. So that's like a tagline of the blog. It says, "Hunting incense across the globe since 2013, still discovering, still learning." I really like this line. I think it holds true for most of us. We are always on the lookout for that one incense which is like a really, really good one. And we're still learning, we're still getting to experience so many more incenses on this journey. So I remember last time I'd done till Nick Hills, and today we'll be starting with Misbahs. So let's start. Namaste, my fragrant family, and welcome to yet another podcast by Om Incense Show. So let's read this, and before we go ahead, since this is a podcast, you might just want to grab your favorite beverage and or snacks and relax while I give you company. So it says Misbahs. Misbah Fragrance, young Indian Bangalore producer of masala, luxury boxes and other incense. Misbah is a relatively young company. They appear to have been formed in 2018 and are still quite small. They are based in Bangalore, the incense capital of the world. They claim to have over 200 different incenses, and a glance at their products show they have the usual range of everyday perfumed charcoal, dhoops, sambrani cups, masala, flora, and luxury boxes, etc., with the familiar clones of Sri Sai Flora and Sugandh Shringar, the two most significant Indian incenses, the basis for much modern Indian incense. They are a domestic Indian company with nobody commercially importing them into Europe, UK, Australia, or the USA. But boxes can be purchased from eBay, which is expensive, and from Avia, which is cheap and big range. So reviews 3, top 38, bottom 21, average is 35. Conclusion: decent quality masala style incense worth exploring further. Then we have Shroff Incense, Indian Bangalore producer of masala. A small traditional Indian producer with a shop in Avenue Road, Bangalore, founded in 1882. They sold incense to the local Mysore king, exhibited in a British Industries Fair in Olympia in 1930, and were a founder member of the All India Agarbatti Manufacturers Association. So this is a company with a long and at one time distinguished history. They have not prospered over the years, so have not expanded or modernized. They continue to make incense in the traditional manner, partly because they do not have the money for investment, and partly because that is what their small market expects. They wish to modernize and expand, but are constrained both by their lack of money and by the expectations of their market. People buy from them because they are traditional. Some of the recipes and ingredients have been modernized over the years, mostly because of dwindling supplies and rising costs, though sometimes because they genuinely feel that a modern method or ingredient is beneficial to the incense and acceptable to the customer. So they are not completely locked into the past. They are not a well-known company, but have got a small and loyal market of buyers who enjoy traditionally made Indian incense. They group their incense into dry and wet masala. The dry masala is cheaper and contains little to no essential oils. Relying on dried ingredients, leaves, petals, tree bark, resin, etc. The wet masala adds essential oils to the mix. In my experience, it is the wet masala incenses that produce the richer, sweeter, more attractive scent. The wet masalas, however, are not thick and damp like flora or fluxo incenses. They are more in line with the modern perfumed masala incenses. Scents reviewed 6. Highest score 43. Lowest score 28. Average 35. Conclusion: I like Shroff. I like their history and their struggle to make a place for themselves as a small traditional company in a modern market, and I like their wet masala incense. I am less keen on the dry stuff. I think to appreciate Shroff, it is better to pay a few dollars more and get the wet stuff. But this history or this fact about the Shroff incenses, it's really sad. I never thought that this could happen to somebody like Shroff. It saddened me. Then we have Sri Vani. Sri Vani of Bangalore were formed in 1983. They have a Facebook page, Sri Vani. They make a selection of masala and perfumed incense, and they make the Little God series. Scents reviewed 5, highest score 40, lowest score 20, average 34. Then we have Calm Veda, so CALM Veda incense. Calm Veda is a new Indian incense company. Started in May 23 by the 24-year-old Dhruv Gupta, a business graduate of the respected Shahid Sukhdev College of Business Studies. Following the example of Phool, the incense is made from recycled temple flowers. Scents reviewed 5, top score 40, bottom score 25, average 33. Conclusion: decent quality perfumed eco-friendly everyday incense. I like the young modern progressive setup. Scents can be a little generic and unadventurous but are generally pleasant enough, and some can be rather good. So I'm happy to continue exploring. Then we have Gamta, organic incense. Just flow with it, the tagline says. Indian Mumbai producer. Oh, by the way, before we go ahead, so this he said is Kam Veda was started by Dhruv Gupta. Phool also is started by two Agrawals, I guess. So people from India would know that, it does play a role, business does flow in their genes. The Guptas and the Agrawals, they are like the best in the business. Then we have Gamta, which is Indian Mumbai producer. Gamta organic incenses are based in Mumbai and appear to have been founded in 2021, so they're also relatively young. Their marketing focus appears to be that they are making Panchgavya products, which means they utilize cow byproducts such as milk, urine, dung, ghee, and curd according to Ayurveda principles. The liquid fragrances, on the other hand, are harsh with chemicals. Scents tried 5, top score 39, bottom score 28, average 33. Conclusion: the use of Panchgavya paste is intriguing. Though the intrusive chemical element to the liquid fragrance is off-putting, on the burn, the incense is decent everyday room fragrance. I'd be okay with trying more Gamta incense, though won't seek it out. Then we have Parimal. Parimal Aroma Agarbatti, Parimal Mandir, India, Bangalore producer. Parimal Mandir are a well-established Indian incense company founded in 1942 in Bangalore by Sanku Gundaya Sethi as the Gandhi Flour Mills and Perfume Works. The company is domestically successful with some exports to Europe, South America, the Middle East, and Africa. And there is at least one family member still on the executive board. They have a useful video detailing both their history and their production methods, documentary release, which was in 2014. They mainly use the Parimal brand name but also have a Shubh Labh brand name for use on at least one incense. Scents reviewed 5, top score 47, low score 25, average 37. Conclusion: I'll need to revisit this maker. So one of my favorite sandalwood fragrances is from Parimal is the Shuddh Chandan series, the sacred series, I guess, the Shuddh Chandan sacred series, and they have rose and sandalwood. So I have tried the rose one also, which comes across as nice, fresh, wet rose, which like it's still on the tree. I like that, but I like more the sandalwood one. The sandalwood one has amazing diffusion and retention. I really like that fragrance. Then we have N. Rangarao and Sons. Oh, by the way, here it says, by Sanku Gundaya Shetty as the Gandhi Flower Mills and Perfume Works. So Gandhi. So this is Gandhi. Gandhi is a word which was mostly used for people who were involved in the perfume and the fragrance industry earlier. So it is not Gandhi, the Mahatma Gandhi or the Indira Gandhi ones. This is Gandhi, which is somebody who works in the perfume industry, as in Gandh, fragrance or smell. Then we have Ranga Rao, cycle, flute, etc. Indian, Mumbai, producer of masala and perfumed. N. Ranga Rao and Sons exports of Mumbai have been selling incense since 1948 and export to 60 countries. They use flute, cycle, Leah and Angel brand names and also make woods and rhythm brand incense. They make dhoop, perfumed and masala style incense. Cycle is the most respected brand and the one that I find tends to make the better incense, mostly, though not exclusively, masala. Flute is a popular brand that mostly makes perfumed. It is a respected company that is one of the larger incense companies and is popular domestically as well as having a decent international market, though nothing as compared to Satya, Haim, etc. Listed as number 1 brand in India in January 2019, Scents tried 20, highest 40, lowest 24, average 31, decent quality scents. Conclusion is I find them a solid, dependable, decent quality company with the best incense, nudging or getting into heavenly, and the lowest never falling lower than average every day. I am interested in exploring further. So Cycle brand last year or last to last year also, it has been one of the most profitable incense company in this segment. In the incense segment, they have been one of the most profitable, not the most, not one of the most, they have been the most, the top ones. Also, the story behind the Cycle brand is very interesting. If you've heard about this person who started the Cycle brand, it's really, really interesting. And also the other thing I really like about Cycle brands is like it comes across as the Tatas of the incense because it is heavily into charity. They do a lot of charity and they are quite, the employees in Cycle are quite happy with the way they are treated as employees. Then we have Hari Om Fragrance. Hari Om Fragrance, Indian, Bangalore, producer of perfumed and masala. Hari Om Fragrance was founded in 1990 in Bangalore. They copy existing popular brands such as Moksh, Sugandha Swarn and Sri Sai Flora, but also have their own brands which are well established such as Sai Bhajan, and some scents which appear to be original and quite divine such as Hari Om Tez. The quality of packaging is good and the incenses, be they perfume, dipped or masala, are also all of a decent standard. Top scents: Hari Om 38, Hari Om Vishwa Flora Fluxo Incense score is 35, Hari Om Fluxo Incense score 34, Hari Om Divine Incense But Mogra 32, Hari Om Pankhuri 31. Scents reviewed 20, reviews over 5 years old 14. Highest score 40, lowest score 17, average top 5 37, average score 30, overall score 34, decent stuff. Conclusion: they seem to be a good representative of the everyday Indian incense market as they carry a wide range of scents and types of incense including masala and perfumed. mainly aimed at the domestic market. They are essentially the quintessence of domestic Indian incense. Then we have Haim incenses. Indian, Bangalore and Mumbai, producer of perfume with some masala. The Haim Corporation has incense factories in Bangalore, Mumbai and Bhiwandi. It was founded in 1975 and is one of the largest incense companies in the world, with over 100 different incense products which are exported to over 50 countries around the world. Most people will have heard of Haim and tried their sticks. For some people, Haim will be their main or only knowledge of incense. The incense, mostly synthetic perfumed base, the sticks are handmade by rolling a charcoal paste onto sticks, which are then dipped into chemical perfumes. But they also do some decent masala, the range of which has been increasing of late. Top scents: Haim frankincense myrrh score is 40, Haim blueberry 36, Haim cherry vanilla 32, Haim precious mogra jasmine 31, Haim strawberry 30. Scents rated 39, highest score 40, lowest score 8, average top 5 38, average score 27, overall 32. Conclusion: not my favorite incense maker by any means. They are inconsistent and can make some wild chemical based floral scents, but at their best they can produce some cheap and attractive synthetic scents suitable for everyday burning. I'm inclined against them but will succumb to cheap deals, and I'm sometimes surprised by how much I enjoy some scents. They also make masala, which is becoming more available in the West as Indian incense houses note the success of Satya and Golok. As a content creator, I didn't have a good experience with him. I reached out to them to send me some incenses so I could review them, and it wasn't going to be a sponsored one, but still they didn't want to send some. They just sent me one incense, and I did it. So that's that. Then we have Amrita. Amrita E.B. Creasy Dali Butler. It's a Sri Lankan producer of perfumed incense. Amrita is the incense brand of E.B. Creasy, a long-standing large Sri Lanka company founded in 1878, which sells a range of products and services. Creasy took over another long-standing Sri Lanka company, Darley Butler, in 1967, and both names appear on the packaging. The incense is very much in the Indian tradition, which is appropriate as Sri Lanka, formerly Ceylon, is an island country very close to India. They make scented, perfumed incense sticks, which are machine extruded onto machine cut bamboo splints. There is generally a fragrant synthetic scent of citric fruits or heady florals or creamy woods, often quite bright, high notes, some alcohol chemicals, some interesting earthy herbs and woods to ground the flying top notes. It's generally decent everyday single scent stuff, though on their own blends, original and Gaia, they can raise their game to something quite significant. I think it's not Gaia, it's Gia, GIA. They make their own incense in a facility in Paduka, which is a small town on the outskirts of Colombo, the capital of Sri Lanka. Scents tried 5, top score 43, bottom score 24, average 31. So that's all for today. I think I've done quite a few incenses. There are quite a few left. We have Moksha, Haridarshan, we have Balaram, Ganesh, MDPH, we have Pool. There are so many more brands. So I'll be doing them, again in the next podcast. I'll be doing this episode till we complete the entire thing. Of course, I'll be doing a few of the review episodes also in the coming week of the Scenting Secrets haul that I had with me. So that's also going to be there. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this episode and you learned something from it. If you think somebody else can learn something from it, to share it with them. If you liked it, give it a like. If you'd like to support me and my work, you might want to join the channel and be a member of it. This is Dolly Jha here, and thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.